the first note is not actually the key it's in. It sounds like it's in B... Dorian. Let's do some video game music analysis. I have been a musician my whole life, but haven't been much of a gamer. So, I let viewers like you suggest songs from games I haven't played before for me to listen to, react to, and figure out live on stream. If you want to watch this live without any of the edits, go to case.dog/stream to catch me. Rotund's Feel suggested the Midday Gardens Home from Spyro Year of the Dragon. Let's check this out. I know... This is another Stuart Copeland song, I imagine. Groovy. Some interesting harmonies on that low, like, bass thing. Some funky organs. There's like a little saw synth or something in there that sounded like it was playing the bass line, but not really. I love that percussion. That big gated snare. All right. Not a whole lot to this. There's percussion. There's some organ and like overlaid synths. There's some funky organ stabs. This is economic composition right here. I really love the percussion loops in this. And this is still on the first PlayStation. So again, this is the era where you could just put music on the disc. You didn't have to have samples and like, you know, sound file data. You could just compose a song, export it, compress it to fit on the PlayStation, and you were good. Like I said about the last Spyro track, even though that was the era of music we were in, everyone was still used to hearing samples, especially like lo-fi samples, samples that weren't the most pristine, and you could get away with using a lot more different like tonal colors. So Stuart Copeland got to be real creative when doing these soundtracks. All right, let's examine what's going on here. Let's analyze this. Yeah, that bass line's real funky. That's something that happens a lot on Spyro soundtracks, is the bass doing that kind of thing. When it moves to that short, like, B section, it has that... Takes a drum break. 2, 3, 4, and then... Oh, there is an actual, like, B section. Okay. Then it goes back to the... Yeah, the bass line's super funky. It's got like this walking up and down sort of thing to it. And I think like the first note is not actually the key it's in. Yeah. Maybe it is. To me, it sounds like it's in B. It sounds like it's in B Dorian. That's the impression I'm getting, and that it just starts on. But I could be wrong. Either way, in the B section, it moves into... It moves to E. And it doesn't move through chords in like a chord progression. It stays on this... Stays on this kind of thing. On the A or B, it does that B for a while, and then it goes down to E. And this is either a 5 of the B, if it is in B, or a 6. Wait. I'm sorry, it's a 4 if it's in B, or a 5 if it's in A. Which doesn't make the analysis any less ambiguous. I guess I'm gonna have to listen to the other upper parts to see what key this is trying to be. Either way, Spyro music feels like it stays in Dorian to me. That said, Dorian is just taking the note one whole tone below it in major, and then just keeping the same notes. So it could be either. It could be in A major, or it could be B Dorian. It could be B. Okay, what is that upper thing doing? Okay, the upper chords are droning on like a B open. So I think this is B Dorian. when it does that other organ thing, and the bass does that, when it's definitely in B, then the organ above it is doing a, like a D5, like open, just with a A and a fourth above it. Just kind of throwing in some funk. Or it might be doing that with A, B, and D. Yeah. Percussion break. Then it's just back to bass and percussion. A lot of shakers and samples. Then the organ comes in just to do some. And then moving up an octave. That's funky. That's just so simple. The one thing that strikes me about this is interesting is it seems the first note of the bass line, which is usually where you hit the root, everything else in the song feels like it's saying it's in B Dorian. But the bass starts on an A, which is not the root, and then steps into the root. 1, 2. And make sure to go back to it. And definitely when it hits that upper part, you get the sense that it's a 7, that it's a minor 7, and not hitting an octave of the root. That's really interesting. I like this. That's a first, the bass not starting on the bass note. That's cool. Cool little trick. Makes your walking bass lines more funky, I guess. All right, that was the Midday Gardens home from Spyro Year of the Dragon OST. Thank you for that suggestion, Luca Capitola. All right, how do you think I did? Do you remember this song from your childhood? Does it bring back any nostalgia for you? Is there anything you think I missed? Let me know in the comments. I just started doing this, so I would love the feedback. If you want to catch me doing this live without any edits, just figuring things out as I go, you can check out case.dog/stream and see when I'm live. And if you want to submit a song yourself, you can check out my Discord channel for it at case.dog/VGM. I'll see you next time.